Oh, morning everyone. Not such a nice morning, but I finished work. Took passengers down to Luton, went on to Heathrow, picked up from Heathrow, finished for the day. So I thought I'd jump on the bike and go and say hello to my wife, who's laid to rest at Barton Woodlands Cemetery. Go and say hello to her. Never gets any easier going up there. Miss her so much. It's been 7 months now since she passed away, and it never gets, it never seems to alter the way I'm feeling and the grief I hold. Every afternoon's still filled with tears. Every minute of the day is still filled with thoughts about her, where I went wrong, where we went wrong, where the hospital might have gone wrong. Thoughts of her walking back through the door. So no, never gets easier. I'll never accept it, I don't think, but I do my best to do what I've got to do. You know, Denise and I knew each other since we were kids, so saying goodbye was the hardest thing in the world to do. It just seems ridiculous to me what's happened and where I am at the moment. It's just like one big dream, one big nightmare. But still it goes on and on. I've got the kids and the grandkids. And although they do keep me going, I just think it's a bit cruel that I have to hang around this pitiful existence. For them, I suppose it's selfish in a way. So what's my Sunday going to consist of? I go to the cemetery, have a little bit of a ride round, buy some wine and get pissed. No work tomorrow. I was going camping this weekend, but the weather's turned against me really. I thought about going to Lake District, but I've changed my mind to Wales, and I've got all the camping equipment and everything ready to go on the back of the bike, but I didn't fancy travelling all the way in the pouring rain and then getting wet and having to sleep in wet clothes, so I'll have to wait until the weather changes, which I think is next week actually. Something I feel I've got to do because I need some time away, and I can't do what me and Denise used to do, which was go to a cabin with a hot tub, chill. I can't do that. I wouldn't be able to walk through the door. I'd forever be waiting for her to walk in, or hearing her voice. So I decided to do something that we'd never done together, which is camping. She would never have done it. She didn't enjoy the thought of it even, so being so different I think might help make it a touch easier, if you know what I mean. But yeah, we'll see. It's just a hard thing to have to do, is to imagine that I'm going to be doing stuff on my own. Who do I share the memories with? What's the point of having the memories if there's no one to share them with, you know? But we'll see. Let's just see how it goes. Otherwise, there is no point. This, if you like, is my last ditch attempt to start living. If this doesn't work, then I don't know what I'm going to do. Buying the bike was something that that I know Denise would have never had when she was alive, because she used to hate my bikes. I've always biked, but she hated them, so to stop her worrying, I sold them. But when she passed, I thought, you know what, there's only one way back into this world, and that's with a motorbike, and that's what I'm doing. It's the only time I feel free, it's the only time I seem to enjoy myself. And I know she'd be looking down on me now saying, do you know what, Steve, go for it. Just be careful, you know. Don't give the kids and grandkids anything else to grieve for goodness sake. And that's what I do. She passed away in September. Passed away with a huge lung infection that couldn't be cured, but I'll go into that later. I just really wanted to introduce myself. I'm Steve, 58 years old. So unfortunately it seems like I've got a bit of time left on this earth without the one I love. Do I know that I'll meet her again? I don't know, but I feel that I will. She's always leaving me things and signs that could be coincidence, but I like to think they're not. It seems to be too much to have been a coincidence. Some of the stuff that's occurred. Am I coping? Not really. If I work hard, I'm not making as much money as I used to. Every little problem seems to be a huge problem now. I've got no patience. I'm quite aggressive as well, to be perfectly honest. Snappy, that's the word. Definitely snappy. Even the kids and my dad's commented on it. You know, it's unlike me. I'm usually such a easygoing, placid guy. You know. I suppose that's what happens when you go through a tragedy like this. As I say, I'll go into more depth about what happened later on. I just want people to know my story and to see if that they have similar thoughts, similar frustrations and similar moods that I do. There's a definite pattern to grieving. I don't know where I should be at after 7 months. Believe me, I haven't got a clue. Should I be crying every day? I don't know. Should I be upset every minute of the day? Should I be thinking about Denise every minute of the day? I really don't know. I know everyone's different, but you know, what am I supposed to do? Right, so as an introduction, I'm heading off down the motorway now, so you won't be able to hear anything I say at all, so I shall carry on a little bit later. certainly shifts. Oh dear, no, she wouldn't be happy with that. I had to get that little bit out of the system. Now, this is the village where Denise is laid to rest, called Barton. It was a conversation we had many years ago about what was going to happen to us, whether we wanted to be cremated, buried, where, what music was at the service. Don't ask me why, but we had that conversation. And now looking back, it was so important that we did. So this is where she wanted to go, Barton. I always used to joke about it. There's no joke now, is it? So every day, literally, as a taxi driver, I come past this village, and it hurts every time I come past. I look over and think of her, being buried over here. But I must say, it does beat being buried in the city in a normal cemetery. This one's quite peaceful. It's lovely for me to get to. And it's rarely busy, so I get upset every time I come up here, but you know what, there's no one around to see me get upset anyway, so it doesn't matter, does it, really? So guys, it is so important, isn't it, that we have these conversations about death and what we want. I've reserved the plot as well, so when I promised they would be together forever, I can keep that promise. We'll be laid to rest. I can imagine it when she sees me coming down from the hearse going, oh goodness me. We used to take enough room up in the bed, let alone now. But wow, that's where we're at anyway. So that's the village Barton gone through, and now I'm going to be turning into the cemetery. So, there we go, the Arbory Trust. Now, there's a few cars here today. It breaks my heart every time I come up here. But from what you're going to see now, it is a lovely setting, isn't it? So there we go. Let's park her up. And walk down to where she's laid to rest. I keep my helmet on. I don't usually, obviously, but I want people to get an idea of what a woodland site's like. And at first it was quite worrying. It looked awful in the winter. I think it was bare, and I must admit, when I came away from the funeral, I thought, why on earth did you want to go there, love? Goodness me. Personally, I wanted to be cremated. I'm going to be with her for good now, aren't I? So this is going to be my next permanent home. At least it's somewhere where we can bring the kids, the grandkids, where they're not going to be frightened. You know? Always keep my eye out for a white feather on this little stretch. I usually see one. Usually sort of in the same place every time, and it makes me wonder whether it is keeping an eye on me, whether she's put it there on purpose. I don't know, but we will see. So the further you walk down this road, the newer the burials. So unfortunately, we're at the moment in the farthest plot, which obviously means the most recent. So yes, here we go. Doesn't seem as if there's a feather. This is where I usually find my white feather. She must be in the mood with me because I can't see one at the moment. Oh dear, what have I done? We'll see. I might find it on the way back. You know. Right, there's more people there, so I look a bit daft walking down here with my helmet on anyway, so I'm going to stop recording for a minute. As soon as I get just around this corner. I like to give my wife some privacy anyway. This is our 10 minutes together, so that's how it is. So this gives you an idea of a woodland site. None of the burials take place in the wooded parts, but in the glades in the middle. We haven't got them yet, but in time I suppose they'll grow. Right guys, I'm going to leave you now. I'm going to go visit my wife and I'll record when I get back to the bike. See you then.